Hello and welcome to our Soccer Japan for live coverage from the men's VNL 2022. And up next, France are taking on the United States of America here at the Marutzen Intec Arena. Clayton Lucas with you for this one alongside me, Mark Perkins. These are the three matches we've got to come today. Mark and I together for this one. And then we've got Germany, Australia, Canada, Brazil. Mark, lovely to have you along. We've seen these two teams. They've been playing some great volleyball, and France have got 8 players from the Olympic Games in Japan that took gold. USA with a mixture of youth and experience. On paper, probably France to win this one, but we never know. I will get to the question in a moment, don't worry. And so the question is...
game over.
Yes, and we're all done. Well, but yeah, thank you and goodbye. The head-to-head, USA have it over France, but given the strength that France have here, and as I said, probably favourites on paper, how do you see it going?
No pressure on that one then, thanks for that. Amazing to be here, and these two teams, we're going to see the full strength of the American team coming in. France, the whole of the VNL in their first 2 weeks have been ruthless with the way they've played. They've only conceded 5 sets in the whole of the competition, just over 500 points across 8 games, which is just incredible. And they've not even had their full lineup out yet, which we're probably expecting the full effective Olympic squad coming in. As we see the Americans now coming off the coaches. This game could go either way. I'm not going to sit on the fence, but the way it's going, form guide, the way they're playing at the minute, you'd put the money effectively on the French team.
Yeah, for those of you that have been watching the VNL this year, been watching it on VBTV and have seen what's going on. It's great. The USA have got Russell playing 125 points. He's such a talented attacker. He's grown and grown over the years, and he's very much the mainstay, the number one outside hitter for the USA. With Sander retiring as well, not retiring. He's gone to the beach to rip up the form book there as well with what he's doing. And Carl Ensing coming in, taking over from the likes of Matt Anderson. Matt Anderson hasn't retired yet. He's still very much a part of the team, but not here for the VNL. So we're just waiting to see whether or not the USA have got the consistency that they're going to have here against this very talented French team. It's one Olympic gold medalist after another. Tonuti, Gapet, Brizard, Boyer, Le Goff, all golds. And then you've got some new players in. Merit, Chenry, Cleveland, gold medalist. Yassine Louati, he's been amazing through the outside, actually. Didn't go to Tokyo. Neither did Derouillon, and neither did Quentin Geoffroy. And they've got their kind of a mix, but the hardcore of this team is the team that won the biggest prize there is to win in volleyball less than a year ago, actually, from where we're at now. So, and this man, the enigmatic, the maverick, the one player you would love to have in your team, but you wouldn't want 6 of them on court at the same time.
Can you imagine 6 Engelpaths on court at one time?
This wouldn't be volleyball, would it? They'd be like, yeah, we're going to go over on 1 this time, maybe 2 this time, and it would be incredible to watch. It would be amazing. Chinenesi's been fantastic through the middle as well. It's 59 points he's had so far, but Chinenesi, Le Goff, and Gapet, Brizard. It's going to be a toss-up, actually, to see whether or not Brizard starts or Tonuti starts in the setting slot for, Andrea Gianni's, he's had Tonuti throughout the tournament pretty much, and he's probably might be the player he actually goes with in that respect, and maybe as well using Boyer in the opposite slot. But then if he does that, he's got Brizard and Patry to come in as a double substitution to keep 3 attackers, 3 even, in the front row. So it's a huge squad. There's strength and depth here that perhaps USA don't quite have in that respect. I guess we just have to see how it plays out as far as that goes. Look, can't wait for it to happen. We've already seen the USA in action, and for those of you that have been following on VBTV, probably may want to watch the game, and maybe have seen some of the clips on social media of the match. And if you want to see more clips on social media, hashtag be part of the game and go to @VolleyballWorld across all those platforms, and you can see what's going on. Hashtag VNL 2022. Some fans in for Patry. Yes, that's the best way to be. Yes, yeah, I'm supporting both. Want to see some good volleyball, please.
Or is she holding the flag for the gentleman while he sorts himself out?
Oh, there could be trouble after, yeah.
Dear. They're having a Brizard Patry.
Well, they're actually quite close to the court. I'm not sure why that gentleman needs his telescope, particularly. They have got the best seats in the house, and oh, that's nice, and St Andrews are in. the young volleyball squad here in Japan, getting to see their heroes in action. And they're just checking out social media right now. Yep, yeah, we're here. Yep, everybody, check it out. I'm going to start posting these in a moment. But who is going to be the team? Oh, this is what I love about volleyball, the beauty and the cruelty of this sport. There's no draws. Okay, no. It's done and it's dusted here. They both walk on even, but only one team's going to walk away as winners. Both teams we expect fully to see in the finals, and this might be a little taster. Maybe this is the gold medal match to come.
And they're going to be playing now for where they finish in this top 8 to see who they're going to get. The minute, if it stays as it is, France is playing Brazil. They may not want that one so much in the final 8. So there's a lot still to play for. This is France's first game this weekend as well. So they've still got 3 games following as well. So they've got plenty of time to get there. With only 1 loss so far in the competition, you say the power is with Allez the Bleu.
This is it. The way that the knockout or the final goes, it's a quarter-final start. So it's 8 plays 1 and 7-2, 6-3, etc. So it's important to get as high up the ceilings as you can. The teams coming out now, and they're starting 6 for France is it's very strong, as you might expect. We've got it's going to be Chinanese through the middle, and then we've got Tonyuti gets the start as the setter. Gepet, number 9, going through the outside. It's Stefan Boyer, number 12, in the opposite slots, and then it will be Nicholas Legoff through the middle and Trevor Cleveland through the outside. And the starting libero with Benjamin Diaz. So that's who Andrea Gianni's decided to get the job done. Expect him not to be talking French, but expect him to be talking Italian, because all the team understand Italian. It's quite cool listening to them in the timeout. And now it's time for the USA to come out. And it's no change for them from the first game they played against Germany, which they won 3-0. So Aaron Russell is starting. He's through the outside. Jeffrey Jendrick II, as he is given his full title, is going through the middle. Kyle Ensing is in the opposite slot. Deceptively huge, Kyle Ensing, it must be said. You think he's not that tall. He's not. He's about 6'6". He's enormous, and he jumps really high. And so to TJ DeFalco, Tori DeFalco, he's made a name for himself now within this team, and it really is holding that place as the starting outside hitter along with Aaron Russell. It's Micah Christensen who is setting, and the captain David Smith through the middle, the 2-time back-to-back Champions League winner with Zaxa, and the legend that is Eric Shoji as the starting libero. John Spiror is the head coach. That's as happy as he gets. I don't mean that in any way disrespectfully. He's just constantly thinking. It's always calculating what's going on and what's happening, and there'll be the odd eyebrow raise, Roger Moore style, for those of you who know who he was. So this is the lineup.
Equivalent, Roger Moore?
No, I don't know. Could be me, actually. But anyway.
If you want to see that eyebrow, then just go onto social media. Yes. So it's the Clayton Volley.
Look for the quick set. You'll find it all there. El Kassen Walid El Kassen from Egypt is the first referee in charge of this one. And he'll be ably assisted by Stefano Cesare Passerino, as he's known, the second referee from Italy. So the players are out, they're in the right place, the crowd here are ready. I hope wherever you're watching from, whatever you're watching on, you're ready too. It's about to get going. Best of 5 sets here in Osaka. France in blue serving, it is the USA in white receiving. Match day 3 here, week 3 of the Men's Volleyball Nations League in Osaka, Japan, and 2 teams going at it to make sure they book their place in the finals. Nice start for Les Bleus.
Just a gentle warm-up for Angapeth there.
Well, we expect to see a lot of these attacks, that pipe. Or as it's known for the USA, the Bic. Backcourt quick. Good ball in. Oh, it's back-to-back. Anything you can do, we can do. And Russell getting on a bit of hustle to get that one away.
Mike having a quick check at the block, just seeing where that gap was.
That's something those of you who have been following and watching, you'll see the top setters all do that. Bruno does it, Di Cecco does it, Sanchez does it, Micah does it. They'll all have a little look through and see what's going on if they're not using their peripheral vision. Tonucci doesn't need a bother, he's just right. I'm not sure I can set it high enough, I'll give it a go. Go on, have a swing.
In yesterday's game, Japan were running the middles big time, but he's come through the block, over his head.
It's top of the antenna stuff, and the antenna's 90 centimetres, is it, above the height of the net, 243, so you're up there at 333, hitting that ball.
Juniati has one of the best hitting percentages so far in the competition at 67%.
Smith.
Never come through with that feed in, was he?
And again, you see it a lot. The idea when you're spiking serving is you want to get your shoulder away from your hip. Smith's gone after that because it's in front of him. He's chasing it. His shoulder gets in front of his hip. He's clamming up on the ball, losing height. And it all starts to go wrong after that. And that one for Boyer, I mean, that's just brute force, but it wasn't strong enough to get it through the net.
Give him a couple more serves and he'll be
he's an absolute beast. He hit a ball in the warm-up in the Philippines and got it up into the Jumbotron. Bounced it, and that was properly high. Oh, he's putting dents in the floor already.
That's an amazing set as well. When you think about him, where Tonucci's taken that ball from the centre to drop it into place for Boyer.
It's going to be a tough day at the office for both teams, really, with the calibre of attack that they can muster. Oh, that's a great pick-up, Diaz.
Oh, huge block. It was only going to go one way, and the USA read it well. Russell move all the way across. They see the pickup from Diaz. He's got big shoes to fill on from a defensive point of view for France.
It's not a bad effort, though. I mean, he's trying to go into the fringe of it, but it's just really well lined up by the USA. More pressure here for France. Oh, that time, he definitely got the angle perfect, did Ngapet.
See TJ coming across and just pulls out.
Not sure why he wanted to pull that, because he wasn't looking like he was going high hands with that. We're going to see, as are all of you watching, a lot of ball through the middle on a good pass, because it's the fastest and most effective form of attack. You just put so much time pressure on the opposition block. That's a massive hit.
Hensing just coming around on that right-hand side. There's a little shuffle. It's a last-minute turn. He's got that line open if he wants it, and just following through this shoulder line.
He's had a few issues with that in the first game, just not getting around into that position quickly enough at times. But that time he got it perfectly well, and that's another great swing. Chinenese flying. I mean, the mismatch that there is in this game is anyone attacking against Tonucci. But when you can play like this, you can run your offense. Then that's where you get it all back again. Oh, well played, Smith. I'd love to see a stat. I want to see a stat on the number of times the middle takes the first ball and then gets the hit. It's got to be up there 90+%, I reckon. Unless they make a right mess of it, and then they can't go to them. But more often
than not...
That's
the 10% of those ones.
Exactly, yeah.
Interesting to see how TJ copes with this game now, being put up to that next level. He's started to come into this and give himself a bit of a position in the starting six for the USA, but can he maintain that level against the big teams now as the competition gets bigger and bigger?
He was thrown in at the deep end at the Volleyball Nations League, and then he's just gone on. He's grown into the role. And
clever play from Hensing.
been given as in. Right, what are we going to have? We're going to have a challenge from Gianni. So they think it's out. That has to be for out. Yes, and then that might prompt a counter challenge, if it is out, from the USA for a block touch. Well, we'll see.
He's had to cut that ball really tight from the right-hand side across the net. It's obviously hit the net on its way out. Let's wait to see the replay. Here's a decision.
Oh, it's close to being further out than it actually looked.
A good challenge for France.
And no counter challenge coming then, so happy that it didn't. USA knew it didn't touch the block. Couple of points ahead now, France, just beginning to try and ease away if they can. They might make themselves a 3-point lead here. Oh, and they will. Boyer crunching that one.
Boyer against Russell one-on-one. He steps inside. Russell's not gone with his line, has he? He's stayed position.
He's realised too late. And he's oh my goodness.
His legs.
Yeah, try to get back across. He's not going to make it. Good lead. Oh, it's in! It's aced him!
Yeah, he's good. Yep, just.
Oh, wow.
It's it from here.
I mean, Russell's kind of ducked out of the way. He knows where he is in relation to the court. And so he's thinking, well, this is at my head here. This has got to be going out. But it had plenty of revolutions on it in the topspin department.
Actually, some of the players, Boyer is set and Legoff are going to the referee also. There's a touch. So has it touched Russell if he's moved out?
Well, we won't see that, unfortunately, because we'll get an animation. And we can't challenge that because you can't challenge for a touch on the defensive player or the player that's not at the net blocking. Yeah. Well, it's in. Look at that. What a serve. What a serve.
It's amazing that the man furthest away, just serving, that was in. Anybody else got, I'm not too sure.
Well, we're going to a situation now, France, as I mentioned, pulling away, so much so that timeout called by the USA here. Then those of you wondering, well, why don't they wait for the technical? Well, they don't want to wait. They don't want to be 12-7 down. They'd rather go to the technical 12-11 up.
Just a couple serves, get into your groove real fast. You know,
a strong start.
Run with the flow, and you try to muscle, just find your groove, hit the right spots, just play some good blocking. Hey, pass ball.
He knows there's an awful long way to go in this game. Hence, he's just saying, find your groove. They haven't settled in yet. They haven't found their rhythm, the USA. They need to find it.
France also not letting them settle into their groove either. They have no intention of doing so. Well, the timeout worked.
It's certainly, with the new setup for the Volleyball Nations League, a technical timeout at 12 and only one timeout for the coaches per set. The 23-21 classic second timeout seems to just, it's out the window now. The game has changed in where you're calling your timeouts. And I know talking to various coaches, they do felt at times, we go to that technical, that actually it feels like the game. Who's got that last touch? Oh, I don't know. I think that might well be Russell's got that last touch. And so does the. That's a great set from Toniutti. Trying to see who's got their hand on that. It's crikey.
Slow motion just sees the ball moving around. Yeah. It's almost rock and roll, isn't it, around the hands?
But who gets that last touch? I think it's just Russell, which is why then it's France's ball. But the coaches talk about the coaches and timeouts now, the way the game's going.
I primi tempi, 48 anni fa, i primi tempi loro sono qua. Stare nella posizione che arrivi bene.
Apologies, didn't mean to talk over Gianni, for those of you that understand Italian. They do feel at times that the set can be running, it gets to run away from them. because I think I've got one timeout. We're going to get the technical at 12. Where am I going to play it? If I do a timeout at 5-1 down, all I've got next is a technical. And then what we're starting to see, probably more of as it all develops, is the use of a challenge just to call a timeout. Look at that. Ace serve, courtesy of the net. That's a tough one.
Such a hard thing to read. The fact that he got his hand underneath it on the pancake to start with. It's credit to himself from Jendrik. Nothing Setter can do about that. Boy's serving is the one area that it's kind of, it's either in, amazing in, or
it's all or nothing, isn't it, for him?
Only 3 aces in the competition so far.
God, goodness me, what a swing from Boyer. He's keeping Patry on the bench. And this is why.
The shape of the hand down the line. Shows he's there, but there's nothing he's going to do about that, is he? Win Champions Leagues, but there's some things you just have to say, yeah, good hit. You can have that one.
You can be sure that Shoji will make a note of that, and he'll think, right, next time I'm going to have to step up and in a bit and get in the line of fire for that one. Good set. Oh, that's well played. He's had to fly from miles back, Boyer. And then with his hand up early, USA's defense maybe not quite reacting quickly enough. It didn't help by the fact that Jendrik's dragged it down with him.
Yeah, and you can see Ensign coming in there, but as you said, touch off the block.
Great ball in.
Trying to force the middle in. And well read from Le Goff.
Le Goff is just huge. He's one of the blockers, one of the few blockers as well, that he gets up, but he gets across with the height he's got. I see a lot of blockers. I was watching Germany yesterday, Crick and Krager, getting some great height, but literally too high and getting the ball off their hands and away, as opposed to what Le Goff is doing, getting it right across the net and sending it down.
A few errors coming in now from USA's point of view. That'll be something Jonesborough will be looking to iron out here. But it's a huge lead. And it's just opened up from that challenge that was 7-11, now 17-9.
Very clever serve. And there's a mid-rally challenge because France believe that ball hit the floor. Now we've got a pancake, or as it's known in the UK, a cam cake. We're going to find out.
Seeing the way the ball came up, if it's hit the floor and the hand together, that's the difference. When it's just hitting the hand, it's going to follow on. So,
yeah, there is that belief, isn't there, that when you slide if the ball's travelling under it and you slide your hand under, it will carry on where it's going. But it's like anything. You kind of the eye test is just, well, is it hit the floor or not?
From referee's point of view, he's on the foot, he's up there looking down the ball. It's so challenging.
It is tough. So France were playing World League back in maybe 2013, 2012, and Pierre Puyol was the setter at the time. And I think playing Brazil have hit a ball. He's gone in. It's clipped the net. He's gone sliding in right under the referee with the pancakes. Completely missed it. It's come up in the air, off the floor, and play on. France win the point. And you couldn't challenge that at the time. But then when we got the replay side on, you could clearly see he missed the ball by about half a foot. But because of the speed at which he slid under it, and it's right under the referee, to all intents and purposes, for the referee looking down, it looks like his hand has touched the ball. But it was hilarious. You might be able to still find it somewhere on the internet. Pierre Puyol, the former French setter. He's now actually playing in Italy, and so he's been there long enough now that he's actually deemed to be Italian. So that's hit the floor, definitely.
It's almost the sound of it in the arena, wasn't it? How?
And as well, it shows he didn't want to slide his fingers in there, because that could have really jammed up, been quite painful, which is why he went with his fist.
Nice adjustment on the set, drawing the block in.
I love those, but they're great plays, aren't they, when you've got that. That's the whole point. You're overloading on the middle when you've got 4 attackers against 3 blockers. Jake Haynes has come in and also coming in, so it's a double substitution here for the USA. Joshua Tuaniga coming in as well into the back row to set, so they're going to trying to make something happen here, the USA, trying to get a little bit of extra height and power at the net and a few extra attackers, particularly with Toniutti at the net here for France. There's a big mismatch. Try and get DeFalco over the top of Toniutti if they can. Russell. Love it. That's all he was looking for, wasn't it?
Their relationship together is just amazing, isn't it? No matter where they are, it's almost like the Bruno Lucas one for Brazil, and he just makes something from it when he wants to.
As a blocker against...
He doesn't know where to go, do you?
No, you've just got to be... You cannot just put your hands up and close your eyes. Against Engapet, you've got to be watching. You have to be so aggressive with your block and make sure you're not having this and you're not having that. Do something else. But you can't just throw a pair of hands in the air and expect something to happen. Like you just don't care. We've got here Clevenot to serve, 17 on the score on our tablet. So they're probably just looking at that now because Geoffroy has come in. 2 serves. They've gone around 1 rotation and Patri's gone off. So they're just trying to sort that. There we go. They've sorted that out now. So Patri's now gone around. Now they've got to take Patri off on the scoreboard, for those of you wondering, and replace the 14 with a 25. Once we get to that, then Geoffroy can serve. Geoffroy, I should say, can serve. Well, they haven't done that, actually. On the tablet, it still says 14. That might cause an issue later.
Well, the ball's gone out there. They're going to hope it does. They had to reserve it. It's not going to happen, is it?
No. They haven't registered that. Oh, they have now. There we go. They substituted out and in again.
The score on the screen's the right one that counts for them. That's all that happens. We'll guide them through that.
Yeah, we just don't want a delay. Well, we don't want a delay later on because when it comes around again and suddenly it's Geoffroy should be on, because at the moment, although the Libro's now on, the scorers table is showing that Geoffroy is the player that should be coming back on in the front row. We'll see how that pans out in a few rotations. This is a great swing.
Hang time there, and Hendricks he's half a yard inside the line. He's like, I'm not going down that line with him.
Good up by Toniutti. Clever play. That's really clever play from Boyer. He's not just a big hitting machine. He knows that there's a block in front of him. He knows what he has to do. He did it very well. Jace. Oh, that's unlucky. And well played. Clevenot waited, didn't he? Wasn't sure. He didn't want to get too close. Didn't know where it was going to go.
This is now where USA just want to start, just settle their nerves a little bit, get a bit of consistency in their play. DeFalco not playing to the level he's played at in the last few weeks in the VNL.
Interesting. So Tuaniga's gone off, Ensing back into the front row, so a huge lineup here. They'll be hoping that if the ball pops up, that Shoji can make a set and get it into transition. Well, that's not going to happen, so bye-bye Haynes. And Micah Christensen will come on and replace him. And a bit of thinking still to do here. As you said earlier on, Mark, France just haven't allowed the USA to get playing, have they? They haven't allowed them to do anything, really.
It's how they've played most of the last 2 weeks in the VNL. They've just been so focused on their own job.
Well, that's where the USA are going to have their chances. They can get a good ball in. They can get the ball back. They can start to look to try and hold serve and make a few break points.
You see the block not getting the full press over, able to use the hands enough from Smith.
Nice ball in. That's off of Ensing and away. No, it's giving it the right way now, referee, so that challenge will be cancelled. Not net touch. So clever from Klevno. He's not left-handed, but he needs to adapt to the situation, which he did, which is to play it off of the block.
He does use the ball really well on that left-hand side of the court.
Chinanese now to serve. Oh, that's off his foot. Oh, pick up. Brilliant. Free ball, USA come again. Yes, and another great dig, USA come again. Oh, the windmill not working. And now it's France who have a chance. Oh, that was just about kept in play by Chinanese. And in the end, the USA take it. What a rally.
And Pepper's all over the place. Him and Tonyu's having a chat. Well, who's going to defend at 6? I'll take the set. Good resilience. That's a really big point for USA.
It was on Tonyu's foot. Brilliant. This is what, I mean, Engapet, they didn't win the point here, but I think he didn't care too much about it. He just loved the rally, loved the fact that that was all going on and getting embroiled in such a cool play. But great work. I mean, the USA hung in there, didn't they? They just kept coming back, kept coming back. Smith to serve. Perfect pass. But unfortunately, though, for Le Goff, he's a couple of things. I think he's a bit too close to the net and it's a bit low.
Yeah, it's too tight. He's trying to play that across with his elbow behind his head, forcing the ball flat. He's always going to go long. That's the service line.
France aren't arguing it. They just want to get side out, get a set point here.
It's more for USA now, just getting a couple more points in this set. I'm not going to say the set's gone. They'll never say that, but with only two side outs required for France, USA are going to want to get just a couple more points. Get some rhythm.
Straight back to Le Goff. Re-established set point France. So right now the top 4 scorers in this match are all French. It's Boyer, Chinanese, Engapet, and Klevno. Le Goff, that's his, well, according to that, that's his first point. Might be his second match. So Boyer then with the serve. Patry is on a bit of height at the net, replacing Tonyuti. Engapet's playing at 1, of course he is, so he can set. Doesn't need to. Oh, it's in. He will need to, it's not over. They think that's out, so we're going to have a challenge. Even the USA have walked off here. They think it's all over.
I love watching Gianni just march onto the referee. He's a tall structure of a man, and walking up to even somebody on the stand, he's still a big guy, isn't he?
He is indeed. Great player in his day. Yeah. Coaching Maldiner at the moment, coaching Engapet. As suspected, yes, it is out, and so France take that opening set 25-16.
Well, they put a marker out there, haven't they, to the rest of the VNL.
There's been all sorts of things going on. We have thinking at one point, well, Poland are the team to beat, but then Iran beat them 3-2. They're having a really good last week at the moment. In Gdansk, Poland, they beat Iran in front of the home fans, 8,000 packed in, got the job done. This is how that set was wrapped up. Always good to see end on. There are 4 players moving, and unfortunately for Jendrik, he's overcut it. But you can see the kind of pressure that's put on the block. Patry's off out, he's gambling. Le Goff is then left on his own, but fortunately for France, it's an error. As Jendrik can see, I mean, Le Goff's such a big presence at the net as well. Jendrik knows he can't just go where he wants.
Chris is also hitting that ball at 3.5, so he's not in this normal middle position where normally 9 times out of 10 that would be in. He's used to that. Because he's been forced further wide to his left-hand side, that margin has just been cut down for him massively. Boyer's been just phenomenal. He's top scorer with 8 points in this set so far.
Plays for Jastrzębski Węgiel in Poland, along with Tonyuti and also Trevor Klevno, and so those 3 kind of spearheading what's happening for that team in Poland. Here are your stats. Crikey, France gave the USA 7 points. If they hadn't, they'd have only had 8. They're pretty comprehensive. Well, here's the mega rally. That might be the one off of Tom Newton's foot. Let's have a look. Indeed it is. Watch the foot. Ding! Great pickup. Go get it. He's like, get it. Go on. Off you go. Yeah, I can't get it. Yeah. I kicked it.
Well, you see Toniutti defending at 6. Engapeth in setting position.
Stay there. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Great up. And that's not because then
even the set
that Chinanesi's over at 5 as well. It's brilliant. Smith did well. Held his ground. Nice limbo under the net.
He'll be happy the ball's dead at that point, otherwise it's been a really interesting challenge. Just love the French team at the minute, just play with a nice smile on their face, so relaxed. They're just in confidence. As you said, Gianni's not necessarily coaching them, he's just managing them and just keeping them going. It'd be fascinating to be a fly on the wall for Gianni in a training session with these guys, wouldn't it? Just to kind of see what he talks about, how they're playing. I mean, even now, it's almost the players just discussing what they're going to do.
Yeah, he's having a chat with Chinanesi about his defensive positioning. So there is some technical elements to what he wants to do, and he really does obsess about the game, as most of the top coaches do. But you are right. You're completely right. These guys need some. They all want to learn still. No great player thinks they know it all. That's the minute they stop becoming great, start becoming an issue for the team. And the coach. They all want to learn, they all want input, and it's about how you manage that, manage the personalities as well. It's not just coaching, it's
he seems to let them manage the game, doesn't he?
Yes.
He lets them control the game. He'll come in with the pointers what he's looking for, but when they're in the game, when the rally changes, like Toniutti and Engapeth, they just manage it.
Away we go then with the second set. DeFalco with the serve, France up 1-0. Set. That's not going to stay in. An opening point for the USA.
Good start for USA. Russell with the 3 men against him going to the cut shot across. Not the easiest shot to play at that level, with 3 big blockers taking a lot of court out for you.
Oh, what a serve that is! Put a little bit of lead in the bottom of that one, I think, did DeFalco.
Very deliberate. Obviously spotted Clevernoe quite far back.
And not only that, he's been put off by Chinanese, thinking he might pass it. Excellent. He always looks kind of casual. And at times, and I was definitely one of those commentators when he first appeared and was playing, think he's lazy, but actually he isn't. He just doesn't do any of the hard work. He doesn't need to do stuff for the sake of it. He'll do what he needs to do when he needs to do it.
He talks about reading the game, so gets into that position, knows where to go. Good work for Smith there.
This is the great start for the USA now, 3-1. Christensen just helping the team along. They do need to find that flow. Maybe now they've done it. Maybe now they've seen that first set, know what's going on.
So this lineup have had a game in Germany as well, so Micah coming back in setting. So just finding that rhythm together.
No hands to go off that time for Engapeth. Russell very disciplined. What he was taking away, didn't try and then chase after the ball.
This was a cat-mouse game for these two.
Very nice. So there's a difference where, for those of you that have been watching the whole match, the error that Jendrik made to hit out was because he turned. This one is where he's actually created that space so he can hit still pretty straight and hit straight down, not cutting his thumb, not cutting the ball. Cutting his thumb, not thumb up. Come on, Lucas. Chance here for the USA. Nice blocking by France, slowing it down. Oh, what a swing that is, Chinanesi.
This time he switched it up to the right-hand side. Jendrik Hadn't really read it at all, had he? He was out of position.
By the time he's looked to see where
sidestep, yeah.
Shinonesi is, it's already been hit. Ooh, we're going to challenge. That one was definitely into the hallway of hesitation for the USA. But did it land in the hallway or did it end up down the stairs?
I think with this serve, that it drops really fast, doesn't it? So it's not flying, it's not that kind of a skidding serve that's going to put across the line. It's coming down with the topspin. Once you've made that decision as a receiver to leave it, there's nothing else you can do, is there?
Oh, it is in. It is an ace. That's toughy because, like you say, you're picking up the parabola of the ball, the arc of it, and these guys do it instantly, and then you work that out in relation to where you are on the court and think, yeah, that's going out. Or otherwise, not a good serve. Well played, Russell. Perhaps a better swing chance here for the USA. Good up by Diaz. Again, trying to run that middle, but there was a lot of USA blockers waiting for that one. Both teams in a neutral position at the moment, and it's Russell who does really well to put it on the floor.
3 swings from Russell, 1 from Ensing. France have been targeting Russell on the serve, especially when he's on the left-hand side. Third time of asking.
Now credit Jendrik with that one. He managed to get in and have a run to keep Shinonesi with him. Ensing. Very nice. That was Carmen just rolling it over the top.
He holds his position so well and delays whether he's going to... You watch that, it's almost like a normal full swing for him, isn't it? And it's so late, he disguises it. So Diaz is the lead, bro. You don't know what you're going to do there, do you?
Yeah, Christensen and sorry, Shoji. Because you wait, you set up for a big hit and it just doesn't come. Like, that's a massive hit. You've got to hold that position. If anything, Shinonesi's kind of on his heels here. He's like, oh, here it comes, and he still can't control it. That's come off his knee. He's played and missed, and if that was cricket, it'd be leg before, he'd be out plumb. I know. Those of you who don't know what cricket is, I apologise. Nothing Onyuchi could do because he's back row at position 5. He can't even, and he knows it's too tight to the net. He's never going to be able to go up and set it. If anything, he probably wanted to get out of the way and maybe try and get someone in the block, but there's no one near because they're running Le Goff way behind. And look at that. Boyez trying to get him out of the way.
You can see TJ actually shaping that ball across the right-hand side, seeing Boyer coming in.
Another good serve for the USA. Trying to fool the block, but it's well played. USA getting hands on it. Oh, and it's destroyed by DeFalco.
Jendrik again drawing the block. This time Le Goff. When Russell gets one-on-one, and TJ get one-on-one out wide, that's where they're going to start to pick the points up from USA. So extra for Smith and Jendrik.
Oh, ouch. You're not going to say anything to him, are you? Like, oi, what are you doing? You just do what you like, it's fine.
That's why he has his hands behind his head.
Well, he maybe felt that was coming towards him, his instinct to put his hands behind his head, but a bit late. That's caught the antenna, so it's an error from Boyer, and these errors at the moment for France are keeping the USA ahead. Again, that's Clay. He's got that left hand thumb down, and he didn't need to, just needed to hit straight. Maybe he just felt, didn't he? Probably felt the block was going to be all over that. It wouldn't have been.
Le Goff with so much time, picking and choosing where he goes. He starts out wide already. Smith's late to that to see where he is. So Smith's got all the work to do to get across. It's almost a token gesture of a block, that.
Well, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because he's starting wide every time, Le Goff, and then he's coming in on A or he's staying wide on that shoot ball. So Smith's got to make a decision. Do I stay wide with him and come in? If I stay in and he doesn't come in, I've got to chase it out wide, but it maybe wants to split the difference. So he's only got one step to take to get either way. Watching DeFalco with that swing as well, he's kind of developed this swing now where he goes up and he's waiting to really go through the ball. I haven't yet seen him go up and swing quick to change his rhythm, and he's been caught out a couple of times because the block's then just delaying slightly. Be interesting to see if he does develop that or uses that ability to jump early and swing early, as opposed to just jumping and waiting, trying to really load on the ball. Ensing's got that ability. He can change his rhythm. That's nice. So we go to the technical timeout. Much better performance from the USA right now. I love that. Those are the ones where it looks they're hitting on the way up, aren't they? I mean, he hits this and it looks like he's still going up a little bit and then comes down again.
He's actually picked his spot nicely there over Tonyuti, almost in that seam of the block. Let's have a listen to what they're going to say.
Hey, when you play in the first tempo is higher and long, more close. 1, 2, 3, more close. This song we need to take in the first tempo. Leave this every time. To gap and to every time close and long. Side out every time, first ball. All right, let's go. So 1, 2, 3.
Really useful addition to the USA coaching staff, Javier Weber, who's one of the assistant coaches, coming in and bringing kind of a European, South American flavour to what's going on, along with Matt Furbringer. And they're all listening to him there with what he had to say and what he's been looking at in the stats-wise and what he's reading, and just providing that extra bit of information to the USA. Really good asset for them to have. Well, the windmills went out in the 80s, and that's why. Another chance here for the USA. Brilliant. I love Russell's, your textbook swing hit, gets out, opens up the cross court with his footwork, and then, if you don't say, it's brilliant. And if it's off the block and it's out, it works. But when it's not, it's an easy roll, and that's just brilliant. I love that. He just over his shoulder, bang.
USA playing with so much confidence now. Playing the Enkpeth bingo card, then you can tick windmill off, can't you?
Yes! Windmill, the reverse slam dunk. We haven't had that yet. I'm sure we'll see that. The A-quick in transition. The fake hit.
Nice set. Ensing couldn't quite execute. Let's get too far across to the left-hand side. Smith with space, one-on-one, gets that cross court. Here we see from this angle, comes in line with Micah, and then down the left-hand side of Chinyese. Lovely point for USA.
Nice cover, and they're back deep to make sure they're able to recycle that ball. Excellent. Simple volleyball, high and wide, and then you can do something with it against the block.
That's a classic example of how you use the block. High and hard to the hands, while the press was there. France back within 3.
Good serve. Well, do you know what? 1, it looked in, and 2, it looked like it caught the block. And They're looking for a block touch to start with.
Every single one of the USA team was signaling to the coach to challenge this one. And France still targeting Russell in that 5 position. That's probably the one area that Russell probably needs to work on in this game. Just getting that pass in. It's forcing Michael to come to that 3.5, almost on the 3-metre line. It's a big call as well, with just a 2-point game here. USA leading. France is still playing their level, but USA have just up there to the second set. We can see the decision. Sort of touching the block.
Oh, that looks like just shadow.
Mike could just go into the first referee, saying there was a touch there. Great pass in from Shoji. Switch the serve up this time. Jendrik, one-on-one. Looks more comfortable firing across the right-hand side.
Well, despite this impressive start from the USA, France are just doing what they do, chipping away, aren't they? Getting back. There's only a couple in it now. And there's just so little in it. You look at that serve and the serve that was an ace the last time round, and they almost look identical. Russell making a great decision to let it go. Ace for Russell! That was some serious hesitation.
Played over in Piacenza, just like the JT Thunders.
This is a thundering serve as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure, not necessarily pressure on his shoulders, but a lot of responsibility from an outside point of view on Russell to bring through DeFalco. Form that foil. As Clayton just said, France chipping away, but then USA with 2 points back to back. They've got the 4-point lead again, 17-13.
Another good serve from Russell, limiting France's options. Oh yes, what a block. Disciplined.
Boyer had to check his run in then. As soon as he did that, Jendrik had the advantage. Could read the adjustments that Boyer could make were very limited as well.
Not a bad effort that from Russell. He was trying to get Cleave no. I think USA done enough now. A 4-point lead. Patry coming in, start of the double change, which might see Brizard come on after Boyer's finished serving. Indeed, he'll be waiting. Boyer is serving to stay on court. Ooh, a little bit of hesitation there from Clevenot. That's a bit behind him. Engapek. I'm surprised he never went middle, quite frankly. Come on, what's he playing at?
Still 2 more sets at least to play in this game. Well, he said as soon as Patrick came in, Tonyuti went off, he was taking the set.
Never looked comfortably through that. Too far in front of him, Boyer. Then he never made an adjustment. He still tried to serve it as if it was a normal toss of the ball. So he's off. Brizard in. Now they left it a little bit too late here, France. Are USA going to be able to make it 1 set all? Garrett's Ruaga Tutia is in. He came in the game against Germany for the same thing. Come on to serve. And the same thing happened the first time he come on as well.
There's a lot of pressure coming in from the cold, isn't it? When you...
Well, there isn't. I take the view that you can't. If you're not on court, and I know, and I've seen it for those of you that coach, and you've got young teams particularly, the players that feel they should be on court stand there with a face like a smack bum. I'm not playing. Then suddenly they get called onto court, make a mess of it, and go, oh, it's not fair, I didn't get a chance. Well, you just did. You've got to be up to game speed. And at this level, you expect your players, if you're coming on to serve, even if it's an ace serve, yes, it's risk-reward, you still got to get it in. You've been brought on to do a specific job, you're there to do it. Nice work, DeFalco.
He finds that gap in the block again. It's the middle. David Smith doing a superb job distracting the block.
Nothing Brizard can do, well played. Kyle Ensing to keep an eye on that and not touch the net.
It's easy to get distracted seeing the backdoor setter coming in. They are going to challenge it, so is Gianni thinking the ball's not crossed?
Well, he's going to have to look for net touch and then see whether or not where the ball has been played. But that all depends on how clever the challenge team are and whether they cut the ball out and just show, which they probably will, they'll just show the forearm. They won't show the hands, which means we don't see the ball, which means we won't know whether it's over the net or not. You could then try and make a guess by calculating the angle of the forearm and see whether in your prediction, so get your pens ready if you're going to write on your screens, and see whether or not you can take it across. Think, oh yeah, that would have been over the net. But
well, I need my protractor, my compass.
Yes.
I need to go back to school and learn Pythagoras' theorem one more time. But Gianni's definitely seen something there, hasn't he? So
well, he thinks he thinks well, 2 things actually. He's used his timeout, right? So he hasn't got that. He's now created another timeout.
Yeah. And
he's asking the question to see whether or not that the view will show the ball on the side of France. It won't. France is setting up ready for to receive, but he's just trying to take a little bit of sting out of what USA are doing. And no need to do anything because there we have it. The ball it is that touched the net, and the play was on the side of the USA.
Good timeout use from Gianni.
He knows it. Like, yeah. But I guess maybe though, because where he was stood and the ball's come down, clipped the net, maybe he just thought it was the hand that clipped the net, not the ball.
Well, it worked. Point for the coach, as they might say.
It's all about USA's ability to win the ball back first time from France's serve. They can do that. They can get enough points to get the job done. Geoffroy is on.
Just generating so much power from that serve, it almost looks like it's going to be a jump float, doesn't it?
Well, it's one back. A little bit of thinking for the USA to do, maybe. Geoffroy once again. What a good serve that is. And that spin horrible for Smith. Free ball for France and 5 attacking options. Oh, a little bit of a combination play, but well read by the USA. And then, would you believe it, Engapet doesn't block, and DeFalco says, brilliant, I've got room to work with.
He had room to work with, but he decided to finish it. Chinyese turns around to look at Engapet and go, what are you doing?
Well, I think he turns around and realises Engapet goes, oh, well, okay.
Good awareness from DeFalco. He's now the top point scorer for USA on 7.
Big enough hit from Patry. Still by no means comfortable here for the USA.
Yeah, just going high and hard into their hands, securing the point.
Oh, you're kidding. Ace serve, that ball has hit the floor. 20-22. This would be some comeback if France were able to wrestle the lead away and maybe even take the set, but talk about getting luck.
Yeah, watching the feed, it actually didn't look like he was very confident with the serve. Somehow he's managed to get enough over the tape. Oh, it's that double touch on the tape, wasn't it? That's taking it out of reach.
Do you know, that looked like Christensen got his hands under that, actually, from those two angles.
You say he didn't challenge.
That looked like Ensing was going to be putting that one into Spike Town. And it's a great block from Engapet.
It's a celebration afterwards as well. Just see him turn around and go, yeah.
It's not a monster block, but it will feel just as good. Sees Garnett reach right back in to take away the cross.
There's a celebration. 1 point game now. We asked the question earlier, Clayton, when Brizard came on. Is it too late for them to come back?
Well, they're certainly doing a good job of trying to get back in. But it just needs a side out for the USA to give themselves a bit of breathing room, and they're not going to get it, are they? Free ball again for France. That's going out. Oh, my goodness, they have got level. What a comeback.
What a run of serves from Patry as well.
Well, this is, we talked about it, didn't we? So Mwangi Tutia come on for the USA to do that kind of a job. He didn't. Patry's come on and he's done it. Great recovery, DeFalco. But it was all in vain in the end.
It's a big area to push that long. I know they're putting it high to give themselves time to reset, but he seems to have the same feed, same ball toss every time, does he?
He doesn't. And look at this, France are leaving. They're leaving things as they are. So Brizard staying in front row, only two front court attackers, Chinyese, Engapet, and then Clevenot and Patry available in the back row. And that's going to be a foot fault against Patry. And maybe Nanjiani might reverse the substitution. No, he's going to let it ride. Set point for the USA. Great resilience from the USA. Lovely serve as well from Smith before that to really put a bit of pressure on. Can he do it again? Oh, he can. He's got an ace, and that's the way to wrap up the set. Well played, Smith. Beats Engapet. All ends up 25-22. It's one set all here in Osaka.
Well, the captain comes in with a huge serve to the right-hand side. Whole body weight behind that. Well, they just teased France back into the game, didn't they? Here we see again, 109 kilometers an hour. Engapet out to his left-hand side. Similar to what Max Holt used to be like as a server from middle blocker as well.
Lightning bolt Holt, indeed.
Well, only the 6th set dropped for France in the VNL competition.
I was just thinking, just looking at that, if you turn the lights off and they had torches underneath them, they'd be looking like the front cover of the Queen album, wouldn't they? So here we go with the stats. Take it away, Mark. I mean, look what USA, even though they out-attacked.
Well, they only had 7 attacks in the last set. Only 7, so doubled that, which has been strong, and they've cut down the French attacks. So there's a real big swing at the start of that game, at the start of the 2nd set.
But I think the one thing, and it's something that the coaches always talk about, is you've got momentum, you've got the rhythm, you've got the flow, and then it's all about holding on to it. This is where France have been playing the ball. That green zone, lovely, anything 40% and just slightly ahead of that if you take it across. So there's a good half dozen balls that are perfectly where the setter wants them. And even for the USA, I mean, there's a whole bunch in a decent position, in fact. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so, 6, 7, 8 that are outside, that really limiting the options. But the rest of those is all options to go middle. And when you look at it and you look at those contact points, it's surprising how the USA didn't go middle as much as they did.
Well, they started off in the game going through the middle quite a lot and had success. Especially generally going to that right-hand side, Smith going to the right-hand side. But the few serves they had with Russell when he's been at 5, that's just lost the middle attack from him, so maybe that's one of the reasons.
This is Russell, this is what he's been up to. He has been the key player for the team from the serving line and at the net. And definitely a huge factor in them taking this 2nd set.
Very calming influence on the team. Russell with 6 points in the game so far, 4 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace serve. This USA team, a blend of youth and experience. France reverting back with Tonyuti back on setting.
Away we go with set 3. It's France with the serve. It's 1 set all here in Osaka. France will take the opening point.
He doesn't even turn away from the net there as he just backs away. Here we see. Reads it well. For the net as well. Read the big attack very quickly.
Good touch by Chinanesi. Boyer really didn't have anywhere to go. USA's blocking, very disciplined.
Coming inside, only option available was just to go through with a cross-court shot, but Russell set his position up well. And Jendrick coming in alongside him. That's the one, he just says, as he turns away.
Good serve, Ensing. Real heat in that one. The way he was facing, got everything through it. Oh dear.
Stub of the toe on the...
Not quite the same as the last one.
once that toss is gone, if it's not right, you've got to do something with it, haven't you?
Well, you well do anything with it. Chinanesi to serve.
Just long and hard, wasn't it?
Well, you've got to put the pressure on. We talk about it an awful lot in volleyball at this level, and for those of you wondering, why do they keep missing the serves? Well, because you've got to be trying to put the other team out of their ability to have all their options like this serve has done now. So it can only go wide. USA can get 3 blockers. France now really struggling. USA get 2 blockers, but they're still able to do something, which is the mark of a good team, and France scrabble that play and get the point.
Boyer this time get the better of DeFalco and Jendrik. Finds the gap in the block. Or down the left-hand side, sorry.
Oh, goodness. That's gone way into the fans, and Tonyuti said, Cleveland's like, no, I didn't get anyone with that. I got the fan, though, in row Z.
That almost hit a thermal on its way out.
Well played. Christensen, he said, he knew what was coming. You're not getting me. Oh, good touch, Jendrik. I thought Le Goff might have a swing on that. It looked like it was ready for him to have a hit. They'll take the point anyway, France.
Jendrik gets some great defense on the power line shot from Boyer.
Able to run that middle ball in transition, so difficult to stop. Cleveland. Engabet taking away the power line that time, and help with Le Goff lining him up.
That goes back to your point earlier about TJ having those other options just to choose.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it, whether he saw, because you got to look on that last play with Engabet in there, whether he could see he had the roll to the empty part of 4. Oh dear. Well, row your boat then for a minute between Christensen and Ensing. Those two seem to be getting very close last couple of days. Well, lucky they didn't injure themselves though with that, and France again take the point. That's nice, great sporting spirit. There we go. Row. But they're so lucky. I mean, that's fortunate that no injury was happened.
It's quick to get up there and get a touch on the block as well.
That's an ace serve. For those of you who've been wondering why France are taking gold at the Olympic Games, and they've got this group of players at the moment that are so talented. They can come up with these plays. They're really strong at the net. Their defense, their block, and their serving is just immense.
Watch the body language of USA there. Halko just letting that ball come across, relying on Russell.
Everybody's got to go on 50-50, guys. You just got to make sure both go. Both go. All right. Yep. Pass the ball, get out of this row, right back into it, okay? All right, right away.
One thing that John Speror was saying, both go. He's talking about the passing unit, 2 players, both go for it. Yeah, you want that. You also, and it's tough because at this level, you're right on the baseline passing, and it's difficult to stagger your pass. Ideally, you want one player slightly in front of the other. So then, if the ball comes in that conflict zone, as it's known technically, or the hallway of hesitation, corridor of uncertainty, whatever you want to call it, if it comes into that area and the player in front leaves it, the player behind can take it. But when you're both on the same shoulder line, like they are here, it goes in the middle. It's a tough one because you flinch away from each other. That's well played.
Force up to Falco. Get that swing. It's actually gone really high with the Gloff as well. So he knows he can do it.
Well played. Good swing there from Christensen. Well up by Shoji. He's been kept pretty quiet in this match by France. Oh, what a block that is! A monster from DeFalco. Really good pickup from Shoji to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. USA fighting hard all the way through. And then comes in DeFalco. Smith automatically turns around to him. So he's had that kill, he's had the block now after that ace serve against him.
Yeah, there's a lot going through the net with Engapet and some of the guys. He knows them all very well, and he's just having a little smile after getting this one off their hands. As you mentioned, Mark, DeFalco, he's had the spike point, he's had the block point. Is he going to get a serve point? Oh, goodness me!
We haven't seen that from pretty much the start of the first set. There's your middle take in the set. There's one for your stats again for you.
And the key to this is, for those of you middle blockers thinking, crikey, how did he make that work? He gave himself the height, so the ball being high enough means he's got the time to come in and have the swing. Oh, yes! He wanged up for that, DeFalco.
It's the silent assassin sneaking in on the big attack. Engapet went with Ensing, free net.
It's just absolutely loaded and unloaded.
Great decision as well from the setter.
This is one massive hit after another. It really is.
You see Klevno coming in. Jendrik almost with the split block. That it gets on the hands of Ensing, who gets really sent back in.
Yeah.
And absorb all that power from Klevno.
The ball is so quick, the timing has to be perfect. There's very little margin for error. Unfortunately,
once he's there, he's got no choices, has he? But as he develops in the game and he starts to learn a few other options on his attacks, not that he doesn't have them already, he gets more consistent with them. Aligning that with Russell's skills already. USA remain in safe hands. It's almost look like they're out of it, but they're not. It's only a 2-point difference as well.
solid again from Boyer. When he gets that ball high enough behind, and he can really do pretty much what he wants with it.
Just see the power coming off. As soon as he leaves the floor, that power just transitions all the way up through to his arm.
Abbiamo Benjamin che si prende lui l'angolo, abbiamo posto 6 e posto 1. Queste traiettorie strette si deve andare 4 se ce la fa. Poi, perfetto, sulle transizioni la palla a lui, chi palleggia lui, le palle devono essere alte perché lui è un ex rotatore, deve andare sopra, non palleggiamo basso, comode per lui.
Chinonese with the serve. Excellent. That for me is France in a nutshell. Their ability to slow the ball down and then transition.
This time Boyer feeling more confident going cross court. Jendrik not quite getting the presence on the block.
Just a little bit too far to go to get that, and France increasing their lead.
Forcing Falco out to his left-hand side. Also left chasing it, trying to avoid the cameraman. Make his way into the stands.
Great up by Ensing, although they think it's hit the floor. They've stopped playing.
Beautiful set from Tonyuti.
Quick to try and challenge that. So we have got it. It's mid-rally. You can challenge mid-rallies. We've just seen if they didn't get, if they will try to wait till the end, then you can only challenge the last action. But there is this ability now. If you see something and it's not been spotted by the referees, you can challenge it, provided it's within the realms of what you can challenge, which is ball up, ball down, foot faults, net touches. Did Ensing get his hands under it? Kind of.
Half and half.
Yeah.
Under a little bit of the ball, but not the full amount of the ball. Good challenge.
Challenge successful.
Tonyuti in that reverse set going all the way across the 9 meters of the court to the right-hand side.
There'll be some coaches get upset if you say a reverse set behind, because they get more pedantic. Well, a reverse set will be the ball be coming back into the setter. I learned the hard way, but I got told off for saying it as well. Double change then. We've seen this already in the game. Those of you just joining us haven't. So it's Haynes coming into the front row to block, and Tuaniga coming into the back row to set. 3 front court attackers for the USA for the next few rotations. So they look to try and get back into this one. Russell's been serving well. Oh, he's not far off. That's an ace. He's still serving well.
Gianni, automatically he was right in front of it, pointed straight away down. That's a top spin, landing inside. He said he's on a good run today.
Oh, that's a lovely serve. Another good one, which means there's only one option here for France. Well covered, Tonyuti. That's nice. That's not an easy set to make coming in off the bench either, because it's high risk, it's fast tempo.
Almost perfect position for the pick attack. He was off the net. Jendrik still able to draw the block slightly. Just that distraction, that millisecond of a distraction, just opens the court up for Russell.
A pick, for those of you unfamiliar with that, is the pipe attack, as it's known around the world, and back court quick, which has just been condensed into BIC. It's my understanding of it anyway, but it's a quick attack through the middle in the back row. Middle back, which is another saying for the US. They have left back, right back, middle back, which kind of makes perfect sense as opposed to 4-5-6. It is a quirky sport at times, isn't it, volleyball? Because you've got positions 1 to 6, and then you rotate the other way round. So the rotations go anti-clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but the rotation is clockwise.
Plus we love a bit of jargon as well, don't we?
Oh, yes. We'll try and explain it all as we go for those of you who are new to the game. That's a wonderful pickup. Oh, well played. Had to leap over the fans, and it's still going. Oh, I say! Another chance here for the USA. Not anymore. A dent in the floor from Russell. And the USA get the point.
Yeah, they had to win that point, didn't they?
What a chase. What a chase by DeFalco.
You see him chasing away. He has a quick look to see exactly where the stand is before he pulls it back. At that point then, it was just a free ball over, but France couldn't put it away. You knew as soon as USA got the opportunity. Pull back in from Boyer. That then meant Russell just had to put the ball away on the big attack.
Ooh, a little bit of confusion. Oh, well played. Elbowing that one over, Haynes. But it's still France who take the point. You can hear the teams at USA shouting, wait for that. They didn't want to go and commit early on the blocks. They knew they'd try and get the wipe off.
Russell at full stretch. Trying to cover back. And then Engapeth switches it up this time, just gets the fingers of DeFalco.
Nice pass. Oh, goodness. Well, you don't need to apologise for that, DeFalco. You've hit that square down the line, it's been dug. But such was the pace of this. Not much you can do. In fact, he didn't even have time to get his hips under the ball. That's why it's gone off at that angle. What a swing. Brizard in. Patry in. France trying to keep hold of the lead. Jendrik with the serve. Well played, Cleveneau.
We haven't seen much of Cleveneau on that right-hand side. Very dominant over on the left. Uses it well. Falcon, not the biggest of blockers compared to others in the team. Able to use his hands.
Definitely trying to run that pipe attack as much as possible now, the USA. I'm not sure Smith's had a swing in the match. Has he had a swing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Stat says
4.
Oh, okay.
Three swings.
3 swings. There you have it.
Block.
Well, that's we're what? We're way deep into set 3. That's not many, is it? Such has been the serving for France.
Yeah, Netherlands have got 6 points between them, but they've done the job as well. They've been drawing that block, giving that opportunity, and that's the whole point of that pipe, that backcourt attack.
Geoffroy with the serve.
Substitution by France, number 25, number 14, Nicolas Leroux.
Great serve to Falco. Well played, Ensing. So 1 in it now.
Engapeth almost blindsided there. Just had to do something. There was always going to be Ensing's point there. He was always in control, seeing where the ball's coming from, where the gaps are.
Good serve again. And that's off the hands and away.
It's a flatter set. Von Brizard. As he does that, Smith doesn't quite have the time to get across, form that seal in with Ensing on the block. Shows you with a big celebration on the receive.
Smith's up, keeps Chinanese with him, and that's over the top. They're doing well. Russell and DeFalco, their contact heights are huge. this. DeFalco played a little bit of beach volleyball at the Under-19 World Championships. He's got all the skills, all the contacts you need.
Unfortunately, free ball at this level. Nice little touch to start with, from the middle. Gignesi just taking the power out.
France is still showing as 11 in the front row instead of 12. So there's a few issues with the scores table, I think, at the moment.
Lovely block here. There's almost a fight. Who's going to get that one? Boyer, Gignesi, out the big middle. Gets another of his big blocks. That's 2 for the game so far.
Well, Christensen's touched that. He must have touched it below the height of the net. And now it's been done as, which has now been done as 4 touches, so it can't be a block. But if you're in the back row and you go up like Christensen does here, you've got to get out of the way, but you can touch you below that. So that's 1, that's 2, this is 3, and then the next one is 4. It doesn't count as a block. It can't because he's back row. And if it did, it would be a fault. Sorry, Mark, just took all that away from you. Sorry.
I almost, you said it perfectly how I was going to say it. I'll let you have that one.
Teamwork. Oh, well watched. Lovely. Russell is absolute quality. For those of you that want to be really good outside hitters, I know Russell's quite tall, but his technique is just brilliant. It's the technique you want. What a great pickup this is.
Someone that's tight to the net. Just wait for it to come under, presenting dig. Boyer pulling out the block as well, which then makes that shot for Russell all the more, but he's in the second and third set. He's now the top point scorer for USA and now level with Boyer in the game with 13. And bearing in mind, at the end of that first set, it was all France.
Well played by Christensen. What a dig he made as well. He kind of got stuck just getting off the net. So, and he made a great dig. That's almost flinching, but what a dig. And then clever.
He knows where he is, doesn't he?
Yes.
As a setter, he just seems to have that little bit more peripheral vision just to know exactly what to do. And with the hands, just the speed, the awareness.
Shoji's been quietly going about the business of linking the passing unit, organising the defence.
Time the power of Mensing. Hasn't quite found his rhythm on the serve, as we know he can do.
It's funny, France, the score tablet, so the referee's got a score tablet, the second referee, and we got access as well. It's still showing number 11 on court for France instead of 12. And now Boyer's probably going to get back to serve. So it'll be interesting to see when it goes back, it says it's 11 serving and not 12, what happens, if anything. Russell could change it here. He could get them back into it. That's an excellent ball in. Set.
Nice.
That does bring up the set point then for France.
It's definitely that ball in. It's a bit better. Bring the middles into play. You see the pressure on the serve when that stopped that happening.
Boyer. With too much air.
Top of the fingers kind of serve.
Big moment this for Garrett Muagututia. So that wraps up that set. France take it 25-22. They lead by 2 sets to 1.
So the calming influence for France is there to see at the end of that second set, at the end of the third set, second set for France. Business as usual. USA with a few more questions to be asked of. Here we see the final point. That serve into the net. That's twice he's had to come on. Unfortunately, couldn't quite deliver the goods from the service line. He has done in previous games, so he knows he can do it. Even Ensign going across to him saying, it's all right, it's all good.
You don't mean we don't want to be ever critical of anybody and anything, but that was it was a serve where it was just it's a nothing serve, caught in two minds, wasn't it? Do I go and hit the jump? Do I not? Do I hit the jump float? And he's kind of hit a jump of and that's why he was so frustrated with himself, because it was just like nothing.
It's like taking a penalty in football and other sports, isn't it? You can know what you've got to do, and it's the only time in volleyball you have 100% control of what's going on with the game. The toss, the feed is all down to you in that practice. But then as soon as you put in that situation, the referee's whistle blows, you see the 6 players you're serving on. And as we see the stats here, well, USA with less attacks this time than the set they won, and France increasing on theirs. A lot less errors this time from France. It's been Russell and DeFalco that have been leading the charge for the USA on the run of points. So we see Boyer with 13 points in the game so far, 12 attacks and 1 serve. The big powerhouse opposite. He started to use the ball occasionally well. Only been caught out tight to the net a couple of times. But every time he has got into the net and into the block, and Toniuti's gone straight back to him, giving him the ball back, and he's having it down the line. As an opposite, Boyer, 196, a 26-year-old. Not necessarily the biggest of the players on the court. He has an amazing leap. Just force and power. So where's this game going then, Clayton?
You're the expert. I get to ask you that. It's
a bit of role reversal for you.
Yeah, thank you. It is what we said it was at the start. For those of you that are joining us now, we talked about where this game would be won and lost, and France's consistency against the inconsistency of the USA, and that's kind of been borne out here. And also France's serve and block defense is great. I mean, they just are so good. They make so many good touches and slow the ball down. They get so many transition opportunities. They've had far more than the USA have had, and that's why they're up 2-1. Just from the USA's point of view, the set they won, they served really well. They need to do that again and put France under pressure from the serving line to reduce their hitting options. We'll see whether they can do that. No changes either side in terms of personnel.
While both teams might be confident getting to that top 8, is where they finish. Well, that's what they're going to be fighting hard on. France still have Brazil, Argentina and Australia to play, while France with Canada and Argentina. So they'll be confident with the final 2 games for the USA.
Not the start the USA were looking for in set 4. Shinonese back to serve.
Likewise for France, you might say. Should give them both a mulligan and go, right, let's start again.
Well, we're just joined the Volleyball Nations Missing the Serve League. Chance here for the US. There's no ball going wide, though, in the front row. France ready for that ball from Ensing. Goodness. That was about... We've seen how DeFalco winds up and hits, and then Cleveland doing exactly the same. That moment of stillness.
DeFalco having to play a bit middle as well. Luckily, they didn't get the attack in, but... Good position for DeFalco. Couldn't quite get the lift on it. A fraction of a second to react to it and to be able to control it is quite breathtaking when it's right.
Just about all that Christensen could do. Well up Ensing, better chance here for France. Oh, well played, that's incredible. Christensen slipping on the perspiration of Ensing, but still getting that ball in a position they could play it over, but it gave the advantage back to France. And that's why the court cleaners come in and do what they do, because that's what can happen. He's so lucky not to hurt himself. What great play to keep it alive. But it just ended up favouring France.
Full stretch for Ensing. DeFalco just checking on his right foot from the previous point. Came into the middle and ran away again. A little bit gingerly in that backcourt position. Smith with a swing. He might have been kept a little bit quiet. But when he does get the opportunity, Smith delivers.
Nice. Lovely movement from Tonyuti. And now he's got all his options. Although not quite far enough. Boyer does well not to continue under the net. Oh, what a swing from Russell. And that's that characteristic USA play where they used to do this when it was Sander and Anderson. All three could swap and play and hit the 10 ball.
Yeah, lovely work. Nice set out wide on the right-hand side. Set was a little bit tight for Boyer, so he couldn't really attack it the way he wanted. That then gave the opportunity. Still had to, a lot of work had to be done on the pickup from Ensing. Beautifully put away from Russell. He's now top point scorer with 14.
Solid again, DeFalco.
You see 1-on-1. DeFalco against Tonyuti. There's always going to be advantage TJ.
Nice early call and a good lead from Diaz. Christensen now has got to organise this rotation 1 because he's at 1. He's got DeFalco in front of him, not normally where he wants to hit. Ensing over on the other side, not normally where he wants to hit. Only Smith is in a comfortable position and Russell on the pipe. Don't have to worry about it, that's a let-off.
All that work in preparation, job done.
Swing.
Kind of comes in and out of the game, doesn't he? You don't necessarily have to say his name all the time. He's always a presence.
You could just replace it, couldn't you, with nonchalant?
With the French way of saying it, of course.
Yeah. Good up by Boyer. He's out of the attack, though. Clever again. Engapet knows he's got 3 blockers.
Well, the press wasn't there. Just Uses the fingertips.
Just such great. Oh, that's a bit cheeky from Tonucci. He can't do that. He put his hand under the net then. Technically, he could have, if the referee had spotted that, he could have done Tonucci for interference potentially, given that point to the USA. Been a very interesting call if he had.
That's the interpretation of the game, isn't it? The laws.
Good cover, great cover, Chinanese. There's a real chance here for the USA. And that's excellent play because DeFalco's coming in. He had to wait. It was a little bit high, but he's used his hang time here.
You see, Engapeth took an age to get back on court. He set the ball 12 foot from left to right, but he took an age, just kind of almost like he was trying to sneak in there and stealth, but then actually didn't make the block in the end.
Might just have been admiring his set. Indeed, super spike. Magnifique from Boyer.
Boyer's had a couple of sets where they've been a little bit tight, so he's not been able to open his shoulders up into the game. There we go, 107.6 kilometers.
Good adjustment there from Ensing.
See the adjustment, as Clint just said, about turning his body round, just targeting the left hand of Engapeth. Scrappy point.
Was indeed error from Boyer.
The overpass on the second touch earlier, so France not getting any of the attacks in early. Boyer just forcing out, trying to find the hands.
What a serve from Ensing.
He's finding his rhythm now. He might have stuttered on his footwork earlier in this game. He's just taking a lot of the speed and pace off that ball, but disguised it so well.
Not a big serve, but Diaz does well. And the fact they're able to run the middle off it just shows what a good pass it was.
Chinese keeping away from the net, giving us that space to attack. See Micah trying to reach across on his left-hand side.
Lovely. That's what you want from your opposite, to come in on that angle and be able to hit this line.
We've seen Boyer have a couple like this and also overcut one. But Ensing now, his confidence is on a rise.
And that one was gone. Excellent block. There was nowhere for Clevener to go, and it is the USA who have the lead at the technical timeout.
7-7 to 12-8. It's error-free from USA, and they're also tightening and making it tighter and harder for France, and they're starting to force the errors.
Nice work. Do it with good serving, hard work on defense. Everybody be balanced. Get one more. Balance. Real quick, Kyle, everybody. I mean, I'm helping on the gap, right? But if I can get out to the line, I'm gonna get out
to the line for defense. Defense. If it's a medium pass, I'm gonna get out to the line. If there's no gap, I'm getting out to the line. If there's a gap, I'm leaving. You get tips for him. Yeah. Make him bounce one. Yeah. You get tips. Yeah. That's his out. Cool.
FRA happy, just asking for the balance. Good pressure on the serve. Good work on the defense. Back we go here, 12-8, USA lead.
High to the middle, and then a throw. That's not a throw, although Russell's saying it was a throw. You make for a good picture.
So if it's the throw, but it's not a throw, it's a...
That's definitely, I mean, that's in his hand. It doesn't leave his hand straight away. Got away with that one, Kleebner.
So fourth piece since the technical timeout.
He's come off his feet. How many more times are France going to play off their feet? Oh dear. Well, Capet trying to make something happen. He's put it too wide, and then he's had a little hissy fit at the ball.
The choice there was to go to left-hand side. Brilliant.
He put his foot there on purpose. Oh my goodness. Got it.
Actually, like, some may say unbelievable techers. But again, in that end, that decision there, the ideal choice would be going to Clemenot out wide on the left-hand side, but very congested area on the right for.
Come tocco la palla, qualità del tocco, qualità del
Bit of trouble for France. More trouble for France. This could be going to 5.
There's a confidence about the USA team right now.
He's so far inside, Cleveland. There's no line to go at. He's got to take on the wing blocker, and he didn't do it. Didn't take on DeFalco. Now Jendrik will serve. Change coming for a change been made. As Luati has come in now for France. Patrick's also come in the front row. Wizard will come in, I expect, when Boyer has finished serving. Great serve. Lansing popping that one. Duarte can't find a way through. Oh, yes, well up, Shoji. Oh, massive block, Smith and Christensen. That's a stinger.
Well, whatever France are throwing at them, USA is taking it in their stride.
Such a good dig to start with, wasn't it? But what a great block.
Phenomenal block at the end from Smith. Slightly flatter set for Egepeth. You see him watching that, pressing over.
Cannot stress how important it is for those of you who want to be good blockers is to watch what's going on, see the approach of the attacker, take away the power line, and then watch the contact where you can. And then we talk about a now moment, and they're actually making a challenge while they do that, which is really just having a timeout. Joel Banks, great coach, talks about a now moment in blocking. And your now moment is when you press. And every time we are seeing this here, that we see these these replays, we're seeing that the press has happened after the ball has passed. You really want to get that press in time or just before the contact. And if you think that's your now moment, so when is your now moment in the block? And for a majority of the time, it's too late. That now moment from Smith, you can see he's the contact and then the press comes after, but he's already going across the net into the space, which is the important thing. You don't want two separate movements. So there was no net touch, as we suspected.
But we saw the slow motion of the now moment, which is good. So 16-10 here.
It's a really good lead at the moment for the USA. Can they hold on to it? They won't mind that. That's what you expect at this level when you serve the other team to get the ball back, get the point. Goodness. It's great, isn't it? When you see that, just see how high the golf got then.
Patch out wide. Again, when the block's not set, that seam's open. Opens up the whole of the backcourt.
Christensen had his running shoes on to get to that one. Well, there really only was the pipe available. France not reading it. Ensing had gone out too shallow. He couldn't get a full swing. There was DeFalco perhaps behind. And everybody went a little bit too early. Seemed to get their timing wrong for France.
Great vision from Russell. Huge amount of space available for him on that left-hand side, just short of Brizard.
Well played, Patry off the hands. They're going to challenge for who touched it last, maybe. Yeah, I've got a challenge coming. Maybe they did touch it. They're looking, so they're challenging block touch. And maybe then what they might want to see is how long that stayed in the hands of Patry.
So just having a chat there with the second ref about how long it's had in his hand for again.
It was something that the referees were really hot in the last VNL in Rimini. They were calling lots of them, and for the ball that's played into and off the hands. Let's see what we get from this one. See, it's played in, and then I think he's touched that. His hands are still on that ball as it goes past the block here. So I reckon that's going to be the USA's ball. Last touch, France. Excellent.
Yeah, great challenge.
Although Gianni's saying no, the ball's left his hand at that point.
So the players already see the screen way up high in the arena. Good challenge from the USA.
Well, the referee's now giving it to France. He's saying, pointing to France.
He's had something in his ear he's pointing to. That's a massive change. It's 18, as it stands, if USA gets the point, it's 18-11. So
well, there's a chat going on between the... he just needs to go with the screen. He's chatting to the challenge team. He's trying to hear what they're saying. The screen has said France last touch, so it should be USA's ball. There's no reason for him to change that decision unless he's being told something different here by the challenge team, which makes no sense to what they've just shown.
France weren't happy with it, so that's why they've started this conversation.
So we're going to get another view here. So there's a touch, and there it is. It's still in Patry's hand. It touches the block, but it's still in Patry's hand. Last touch, France. Better angle. No confusion now. We have the right decision. That's all it needed. It's trying. That's the key. Is you've just got to find the right angle.
Yeah, the French team just need a different angle to be able to see to confirm it.
Even though Patrick knew it. Well, there we go then. USA with the serve.
Patrick makes sure this time, doesn't he?
You can scream and shout and whinge and moan all you like. Well, not that they were whinging and moaning particularly, but just let the volleyball do the talking. Froy on to serve. Wonderful play from Russell.
He's had a phenomenal game so far. Really led from an attacking point of view for USA. There you see one-on-one. Chinese was falling away off the net. 29-year-old really taking control of this game for USA.
Unforced error. We are going to go to 5. I'm saying it. Calling it now. Now they've got 8-point lead. We're going to go 5.
Nice of you to stick your neck on the line there.
Thanks.
At such an early stage of the game.
I can't see the USA giving this up. Not with that kind of serving as well. They've got a free ball. This for 21. Oh, love it. Jendrick gets a swing in transition as well.
It's also a replication of set number 2, where France making so many errors and going tight and playing tight amongst themselves, and USA just feeling all relaxed. They're bringing the big into play. They're bringing the middle into play. They're getting blocks. Goes back to serve.
Oh, this is it now for the USA. 3 away from taking the set. Ensign can cause some damage from the serving line. Here we go. Just in. Is there a just in, just out? It's in or out, isn't it? It's like illegal or highly illegal. It's illegal. It's, well, it is
right off the ear and the shoulder of Ensing.
Throwing himself in the way of that. That's why the hand came up. Apologise. Oh, goodness me, that one nearly caught out the USA.
He does play that little cut to the left-hand serve so well. Disguises it. But this time, just rolling too far on the tape.
Could have gone anywhere. That's a great ball in, Luati. Great work. Little chicken wing from Ensing. Oh, DeFalco, one-on-one.
Now your confidence say it's going to go to 5 sets, are you? Lovely block.
But he's across the net. We talk about the now moment. He's already across and in there to take it away. That's brilliant.
The adjustment of the body as well to reach across his right-hand side.
Oh, top serve. France are in trouble here. And quite rightly, everyone stays down. Yes! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! What a way to take the set!
Sold
Christensen.
Sold him.
25-14. USA take it. It's 2-2. We are going to 5.
So USA replicating set number 2 and closing out strong.
Well, this is well worth another look because Christensen with a moment of magic and then Ensing goes bye, bye, bye.
This is their strongest lineup for both teams. as they are currently. She predicted 5. They get a result.
Yeah, one of these teams is going to win. We're going to find out very shortly who it's going to be. USA with the serve. France looking, if they can, to stay very high up on the standings and get back to the top. But that's not the way to do it. Chinanese doesn't find the court.
Finds it wide. You see how wide he is to take that attack in. Marginally.
Just didn't get through the middle of the ball, did he?
They said it's not only just out, it's out. Well, it's an inch or a mile.
Good up. Well watched by Christensen. Megapes out of the play, really. Although saying that, Smith's had to go and make the play, and USA come up with a point. They've definitely got the momentum here, have the USA.
Definitely a bit frustrated at the end. I think he should have been a nice reach from DeFalco. From Boyer. See it coming over. He was there. He rolls over. Gives out a yell, knowing he should have had that.
That works, baseline. France on the board.
Just been a bit quieter in these last few sets, so still get the points. He's on 15. 12 attacks, 2 blocks, 1 serve.
Again, now Christensen starting to get the middles back involved in this match towards the end. And it's giving them free swings because they haven't gone there. Chinanese is not respecting the threat.
Jendrik and Smith now adding 11 points to the tally for USA.
Oh, what a touch. Oh, no! Ensing, brilliant. They get out of the way so someone else can play it.
See the swing from Engapeth on the right-hand side. He seemed to foul, wasn't he?
He did well to block him, yeah. He knows it as well. Good lead. Russell. Perfect. That is a perfect pass. It's high to the middle. There's loads of time. Everyone's coming into attack here for France. Good set. Oh, someone's put a block up. They did. Well done, Smith. Nice cover, Tonyuti. No one buying the fake hit. And Boyer's touched the net.
Great hustle from USA all the way through that point. Important part was getting that touch on the block early stages. All the way through that point. Boyer goes over the net and into the net. A really good start to this deciding set for USA. 6-3. Timeout ball.
È quello che dico, no? Abbiamo fatto questa azione qui 3 volte la palla per attaccare.
qui ci vuole pazienza, tecnica, primo tocco, alto, il timing sull'attacco. Uno del palleggiatore, uno dell'attaccante. Questo, la differenza è questa.
Unfortunately, my Italian's not very good, but he did talk about altos. He's also talking about going high, and presumably with the attacking for France, making sure they are taking it high, going at the block. But right now, they just need a decent ball in and run more of their offense, and their block defense is not what it has been. Jendrik. Oh, that's close. That's really close. It's been given as in. We'll have a look. It's France Kisag.
It's a tight one. As it stands, it's a 4-point game. 7-3 with that point going to USA. But this challenge could just make it a little bit more interesting in this deciding set.
Make it 2 points, wouldn't it? 6-4. It's a big shift here. Psychologically as well. As you look up the score, we think, yeah, 7-3, and then to the score line.
Great lead. Great lead. Yeah, Patrick coming on for Toniuti.
Well, that's what happens, trying to force the issue a little bit. Brizard's going to come in and replace Boyer.
Substitution by France, number 12, number 11,
5 Olympic gold medalists on court for France. And they are behind here to the USA in this 5th set. There's a bit more trouble here for France. It's becoming better and better here for the USA. 8-4 now.
Another unenforced error from France. And that was the key part in that 4th set. Was forcing the errors from the French team for USA. The confidence of Team USA has just been building and building as this game's gone along.
Christensen. Oh, still going. There must have been 8 touches then. They've got a double or 2 against Cleveland.
Good pressure from DeFalco.
Well, they're asking why. The referee saying he touched it twice. Here we go. So, who touched it here and when? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he played it with his right hand, then kicked it, so he can't argue with that.
And off the back of Le Goff as well.
Yeah. It's all going wrong here for France. The USA are going to win this one.
One of the teams is going to win, you're right. USA are playing with more confidence, more unity as together as a squad.
Well, they've been led well by Russell, and Christensen have done a really good job allowing the likes of Ensing and DeFalco to play, and Smith and Jendrik to get on and do what they want to do. France will take that point, but this is all about the USA's ability just to keep trading points. That's all they'll need to do. Great pass. Clever work from Ensing, saying, I don't want you back in terms of this ball.
USA playing smart. They're working hard, but also playing smart, using the hands when needed.
played, Russell. Oh, Smith! He jumped away from the net, little pirouette, and puts it down.
Well, leading from a captain's point of view, from the middle there, a standing turn.
That's a showy off hit, that, isn't it?
Look at the smile.
Wonderful. France are a long way back. Man, Russell, yet again, he's had such a good match.
Smith run the middle again. There you see, Tunezi has never got across that right-hand side. Every time the middle's been drawn, they've gone that way.
This is free ball, USA. 5 attacking options, but Smith decides to have a go. Oh, well done. That needed to be hit. It's not an easy one to hit either from that far off the net with no block.
And the parry generates from that as well. What a block, what a time.
Might be a chance. Oh, lovely. Although Christensen thinks it's not off of him, but it was off of him. Capet just looking for that. And he got him. Change is made again. Tonuti back in, Boyer back in, and Capet will serve. 1 point required for the US. going to ask him a few questions. See how he feels about the game. It was a great game for the USA, that's for sure.
Quickly, 2 seconds for your time. What an amazing game that was for you, particularly. Your
It's
movement
the
around the
stare of a
court
winner.
and finishing with 18 points. How do you feel about that game?
Always, I think I can do better, but I think it was a great team win for us. No individual it should deserve just this win, but because everybody played well in defense, also inside out, we were really flowing. So it was good for us to respond in those tough matches that we lost and be able to get the win in 5 sets.
It was a seesaw match from right from the get-go, wasn't it? The middle's being run hard as well. You just said, as a team, the youth and experience, what is it like as a squad with you guys together? Because you just seem to be gelling so well now.
Yeah, it's definitely different. The last time I stepped on the court, I was maybe one of the younger guys, kind of middle-aged guys. But now it's fun to be able to step into this this more important role and kind of be more like give guidance and support to the young guys.
Well, congratulations on today. You've got 2 more games left. Enjoy the rest of the week here and enjoy your time in Japan. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, over to you, Clayton. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Mark. And he's right. For Russell, he has now got a role where he's the leader, as it were, leading by example, giving that advice and guidance. And it's a very important role, which he's happy to step into. And we could see just exactly how well he did that. And it allows DeFalco to do what he wants to do. Christensen, as ever, just brilliant. What a result for the USA, getting the better of France by 3 sets to 2. So this then, the stats. France will look at that error rate and think, yeah, that's way too many. 41 errors. Very, very costly in the end, and very, very telling. Well, that just about wraps up our coverage. 2 more games to bring you. You don't want to miss those. But for now, though, from myself, Clayton Lucas, and from Mark Perkins, it's time for us to say goodbye.